Hello and welcome to Capricorn Makes. I'm Stacy, and in this video we're doing the end of year BJD tag for 2017. The first question is, show us your doll family as it is at the end of the year, and here is everybody with me on camera. Wasn't sure I was going to be able to do that. So of course we have Thasian, or the doll formerly known as Thasian, who has yet to be renamed because his head needs to get here before I can actually give him a proper working name. We have the we have Noe, whose head is here, who's getting a new body in the new year. I have the money together for her body. I just haven't placed the order yet. She's getting another Gem of Doll body, but she is a Gem of Doll Fa Lang, which has the embossed peacock body, which this is Zaveda. She is now on that body, and she is a Seed Dolls wall head. And then I have a doll in mind, Lorena, named Nanette, who is currently on a Mirror body. She desperately wants a taller body, but I think I'm going to be mean. I'm going to keep her on this body, this little Mirror doll body, for a while longer. I actually really like how short she is, and I'm shopping around for short bodies that just happen to have more meat on them. And I have found a couple that I actually really like, but those plans are for later in the year. I have Anthem, who is on a bus stand here. She is a DFA practice head that I have modded to her lips and eyes. And I'm not really sure what's going to happen with her body in the new year. I think I actually want to put her on a much taller body. I actually think she might look really good on a, what is it, a Dalmore Love body, like that kind of, like a Zal Love height of body, or possibly a very small like SD body, but I'm not sure yet. But she's happy on her bust stand. She makes me happy. I may actually do a more detailed robotic bust stand for her at some point while I'm practicing my sculpting in the new year. And then this is Idaris, who is the first head that I was playing around with and sculpted, and who has decided that she has her own story and character, and she hangs out with me. These two hang out with me on my desk next to my computer, which is pretty fun. And yeah, I'm like, as far as a family goes, like, I definitely want more dolls, but I'm so happy with the personalities and the energy and just how much fun I am having doing all of these things for these dolls. So yeah. All right, number 2 is, how many doll videos did you make this year? Well, my channel has 39 videos. This will be 40 when it goes up. And, you know, not all of them are like completely doll related. Like, I think I had like the Lace Challenge, and I had like my studio tour and things like that. But considering this is sort of my doll channel, this is, you know, they're all kind of doll videos. And I would like to far outstrip that number next year. Not just because I will be doing videos through the whole year, but because I am really enjoying being involved. You know, I'm hoping to do at least 100 videos next year, if not more. So fingers crossed, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'm having so much fun in this medium. Having fun just sharing what I'm doing and everything. It's just been a lot of fun to be here. I love commenting. I love watching other people's videos. I love being able to put my own out there. And I hope that continues on in the new year, because it has been just a blast being involved this past year. And the one thing I have to say is that if you have been kind of on the fence about starting one of these yourself, do it. Absolutely do it, because it is so much fun, and it's so nice to see people. It just brings such an element of camaraderie to be able to share. Like, even though you aren't actually there talking with people, it does feel really nice. So yeah, like, I hope I see you in the new year if I haven't seen you yet. All right, number 3. What was your first video of 2016 about? That would have been simply my introduction video for my channel, because that was what I was doing. I was just getting started. Because I didn't get into the hobby until March or April. Like, I didn't really get going on this kind of stuff until, you know, halfway through the year, really. 4, how many pictures on any site or medium did you take or upload this year? Well, my Instagram, which again is largely doll related, has 337 posts as of the recording time of this. And I would say most of those are posts, and I do have multiple pictures per post and things like that. But I've probably taken well over 2,000 photos. But it's just what has made up there. And I do a lot of collages on my Instagram, so there are probably at least 600 photos posted on Instagram. And that doesn't even take into account anything that I've posted on Facebook, which is probably stuff duplicated from Instagram. But yeah, like, I'm really enjoying the photography aspect of this too, and I'm working fairly hard to upgrade my skills, not necessarily cameras, although I do need a new camera that has autofocus, that I can actually do things like tutorials without having to fight with my non-autofocusing camera. Let's see, what was the best thing that happened to you in the doll hobby this year? Oh, number 5 is show us the first picture of the year. It was just a picture of Anthem, like when I first got her out of the box before I had done any mods to her. And it was really fun. I had taken a lot of pictures that day, so, 'cause she was my very first piece of resin in the house, and that was really, really exciting. I don't know if I'll actually put it here in the video, but yeah. Okay, number 6 is tell us the best thing that happened to you in the doll hobby this year. Hands down, it was actually just joining the hobby and getting enough, like, my getting involved enough so that I was actually having done enough research that I was able to have conversations with people, so that I could start recognizing dolls and start you know, having actual real conversations with people about something that they are also extremely passionate about, and that has been amazing. And I am looking forward to many, many years of being involved in this community, and being involved in, you know, my own private hobby aspects, because I do sort of view those two things as separate. Like, the things that I do like on my own, like, I wouldn't be able to come on camera, or I wouldn't be able to post on Instagram or have these conversations if I was not busy enjoying my own hobby privately. Like, there are certainly things that I enjoy about being involved in the community, but I do view that as a completely separate part. I actually view community involvement as a different hobby to my actual doll stuff. And because of that, when I think of, like, goals or ways that I want to advance, I think of them as two completely separate things. Like, I have goals for, like, things that I want to do, or the ways in which I want to present things, which is completely a different way of thinking about things, and a different set of skills and a different set of goals than it is about, like, what I actually want to do personally. And the two don't really intersect much, other than the fact that one is of the other thing. You know, the intersection comes from things like tag videos, where I'm relaying information, or I'm sharing stuff in the community about this kind of stuff, or like some of the challenges that happen. So I'm doing challenges because they seem like they're fun things to do with or for my dolls, not for the performance aspect of it. And I think that's one of the reasons why I've been so slow to get around to doing tag videos, is because I didn't feel like I had enough hobby privately in order to be able to contribute properly to a tag. Like, you know, there are like the dress up tags and things like that. I just don't own enough BJD clothing yet to be able to participate in a tag, because I don't have enough, or participate in that particular tag, because I don't have enough clothing to do like a random blind grab of like random stuff to put on a doll while I'm talking. So, you know, there are some things like that where just my hobby is not, or like the hobby side of things is not developed enough yet for me to be able to do that. And so it's actually really exciting to be able to go back and look at the tags from when I first got in the hobby and go, oh, I could probably do that now. Oh, I could probably, you know, I probably have enough stuff to do that. Or, oh, wouldn't it be a good idea if I, you know, focused on like being able to put these things in place so that I can do that. So, I mean, yes, the two sides of the hobby, the community and the dolls themselves, like do have a little bit of overlap, but yeah, so it's just interesting sort of perspective-wise watching them sort of grow together. I'm kind of stumbling all over everything, that's okay. But yeah, it's been really interesting sort of seeing how the two different things are growing together. Because yeah, I mean, like one of the things that I'm really enjoying is learning, like, what do I need to do sound-wise? What do I need to do, like, equipment-wise? What is, like, learning my video editing program? And, like, all of that kind of stuff. I find that to be really, really amazing. Yeah, so, next one. Oh, tell us the worst thing that happened to you in the doll hobby this year. It is probably having his head go awry. Because, you know, you wait, you order a product, you want a particular thing, and having to send it back. I hate having to deal with the post office, so having to go and having to do that extra step and having to wait again from scratch from the company. It's not like, you know, the artists are producing things in, you know, their back room or something like that. You know, they're actually using a casting company that has to, you know, they have to make an order with the casting company in order to get him recast. So there really isn't much that they can do to expedite if the other company is busy, which is fine. You know, that's, it's not a problem, but we're back again at square one. And the head, I sent it and it made it to them and tried to be delivered on the 11th of December. They haven't seen it. They haven't gotten a shipping notification, and it's just kind of hanging in the system. And because it's Christmas, so it hasn't been tried to be redelivered to me yet, but we now have this like missing head in the mail that we are not entirely sure how to get them to pick up over on their end, because they haven't gotten a notification, so they're not really sure where to pick it up from or where to inquire about it from. And I have not had a lot of luck trying to get any information about it either. So eventually it will be resolved, but it's just frustrating not to get the goods that you paid for and have to do all this extra work for it, which is so sucky, because I just want his head. Like, being able to get a glimpse of how awesome that head will look on his body once he's actually here. I can't wait. I really, really cannot wait for him to be here. But it'll be resolved in the new year, and it will be fine. I'm very zen. Okay, so the next one is, please don't call my mother-in-law. That's the phone. That is not what we are here for. Gosh, could you imagine if she was just listening to me tell all this stuff? She'd be like, what is going on? Let's see. Show us your 3 favorite things you got this year. How, I don't think I can. Like, every single thing is new and amazing. Like, I could take any one thing that I got that's doll related this year and talk about how excited I am about it. Like, being able to find him on the secondhand market here and just all of a sudden having this enormous resin body here, and have him be so charming and so cuddly and so wonderful. That was just awesome. And like, just getting, like, unpacking Noi and her body for the first time, and just being blown away by like the posing and the like just the intricacy of the body and all of that, and then getting this head much later and having it go on the body and actually just being perfect was shocking and wonderful. And getting the Lorena head in and having her just be like, nah, none of your plans. We are not doing any of that. Also, I need all of these things, and we're gonna do this thing. Yeah. That has been wonderful. And falling in love with Noe's head, which, like, I bought the falling for the body. I was just kind of ambivalent about the head, but then absolutely falling in love with this sweet little head, and just how much I love this stupid practice head that, like, my little mods have just made her even better, and I love everything. I just love it. And even, like, the stupid little sculpted head that I've done that's sort of given me a taste of, like, what this will actually be like to do more complicated projects and learning how to do the paper clay and all of that. I just, like, there is nothing about this that I am not, like, just, and, like, every little piece of clothing that I get, and, like, all the little bags, and just, I can't, there's no picking, because it is so much stinking fun, and I'm so glad to be here. So, number 9 is, what is your New Year's resolution? And I'm going to do, I'm going to give you a short answer, and then I'm going to give you the real answer. My short answer is, I will be getting, this year, my goal, like, once I get her body ordered, that is the last thing that is going to come home that I know about. That is going to come home before I start seriously saving for this person's SD counterpart, because I am planning on getting the new 65 double jointed girl body from Supia Doll, and I am hoping that when I will have enough money together so that when the Canadol or Canadol Eden head comes back up again, that I can pick up that head, and that head will work for that body. Fingers crossed. Because I was looking at the Charm Doll Jian Li, and it was going to cost me something in the neighborhood of like $1,100 or something like that, New Zealand dollars, in order to get it bought and shipped and custom fees here, unless I could manage to do a split. And because they no longer sell their heads separately, and because they do sell bodies separately, the likelihood of someone being able to do a split with me and go through all that hassle would just be really silly of them to do, because they could buy the body for a better price than I would be able to offer them in order to get the head for any sort of reasonable amount of money. So, yeah, so we'll putting that to rest, and so that my resolution is to bring her home this next year. So, do I have other doll wants? Do I have a wish list? Yes, I do. I have other dolls that I would like, and I am definitely understanding, because this was, this head was a, yeah, okay, I really kind of like this head. I have an opportunity, I'm going to buy it. This head was like a complete, I saw it on the marketplace, I realized exactly what it needed to do, and it had to come home with me right then. Like, I understand that these things, and then this was like a complete surprise. Like, this was I need to sell my soul right now to make sure I can pick him up off of the local marketplace. Like, I had money for him, but, you know, I mean, it was just not what I had planned. Like, I know there are going to be dolls like that in the new year, and I'm looking forward to that, and which is why I don't have a lot more doll plans than that, because, I know that those sorts of things are going to pop up, and I don't want to overcommit my solid plans, so I don't have any room to be flexible like that, because I'm just kind of really enjoying where everybody is kind of taking me and where the hobby is taking me. That was actually a longer answer than I meant to. But the long answer, which is going to be short, I don't know how these things happen, but the long answer is actually going to be in my next video, which is going to be all about why I don't do resolutions and what I do instead. So, I have been planning that particular video for several months now. It's going to be quite a long video as I talk through the various bits of my hobby and what I have planned for the new year and all of my hopes and dreams and like the various different things that I am thinking about. Just to give you guys a really, you know, good look into how my mind works and the sorts of things that I think about and the sorts of things that I like to do, and hopefully give you guys some kind of an idea of like how I structure things, and hopefully that helps you guys out as well, because I always find it interesting to see what people do and how they think about things. But yeah, so that video will be upcoming, talking about my plans for the new year, and I think that is everything. So that was the end of year BJD tag for 2017. I hope all of you are having a wonderful holiday season, and yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.